About Donald Trump some more later on. Now, should people who tailgate be banned from driving? Tailgating is when a driver doesn't leave an appropriate gap between them and the car in front. Obviously, the faster you're going, the bigger the gap needs to be. It's supposed to be a 2-second gap or 4 seconds if it's raining. 43% of us admit we tailgate. National Highways says it can be incredibly dangerous. And more than 140 people are killed or seriously injured in incidents every year. If you're caught, you could be fined Look at this blue car. What's wrong with that guy? You could be fined £100, given 3 penalty points. Maybe that is not a good enough deterrent, though. What do you think, Russ?
I don't think people should lose their licence, but 3 points and £100 for, as you rightly say, you know, it's a pretty awful thing to do, extremely dangerous, largely down apparently to stress levels and anxiety and hoggers of middle lanes that are a problem on motorways.
Are they? What do you mean? They deserve to be tailgated?
No. What
if they hog a middle lane?
No, a driver would come up behind a middle lane hogger and go, right, I'm going out there. They would probably inevitably want to be zooming over 70, the speed limit. And then somebody could be in the fast lane, the right-hand lane, doing 70, and they're going, well, I'm in a hurry, you know, it's all part of a mental thing. I think that 5 points on your licence, the money, people just, they don't worry about the money. But the points, 5 points, you know, you haven't got much room for manoeuvre. And of course, serious accidents caused by tailgating proven licences should be taken away. And
would you take people's licences away?
Yeah, I agree with what Russ has said. And you know,
5 points or take the licence away?
If you're a female and you have a small old car, which is what I have, a Nissan Micra, they really, a Nissan Micra, they really do it to you.
Do they?
Oh my God, they really bully you.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they really bully you.
How do they know you're not a 6'8" rugby player in there?
But it doesn't matter.
They're just doing it to the car, or they're doing it to you?
The car is small and it's old.
Right.
They feel they have you don't have the right to be on the road.
I hate that.
Is that on a motorway or a suburban street?
Everywhere.
Really?
I live on a main road. I live on a main road with traffic every day and night.
I remember Dara.
Absolutely, because I slow down to turn into my house.
I see. Oh, that thing of slowing down with the guy. Yeah. Dara O'Brien, I think I heard him do a comedy act, and he said that he, as a 6'6" bloke and a very big guy, he drove a Nissan Micra, and he used to enjoy, when he got this treatment, just getting out and watching the other driver think, oh, we thought it was Yasmin's car.
For him.
You know? Pete in Lincolnshire, what would you do to the tailgaters?
As the law stands at the moment, I think everybody who has passed their driving test and has driven 60 miles an hour on a motorway has tailgated. Every single person, including all yous on the panel. We've
tailgated. Everyone is. So, in other words, you can't really punish it because everyone does it.
Everybody, every single person, including police. And I'll ask you a simple question.
Yes.
And to prove it, you're travelling at 60 miles an hour on the motorway.
Yep.
How far is it between you and the car in front of you? About the length of a car, the length of a bus, the length of an articulated lorry, or what? How far would you
genuinely, it will be 2 seconds, so it's going to be 60 yards, Pete.
Correct, which is 3 articulated lorries.
Yes.
Together.
But then why are you saying that we've all done it?
But we are.
Well, you tell me, when you're driving on a motorway, when do you leave 3 articulated lorry lengths between you and the car in front of you?
We leave it all the time. All the time, Pete. I don't know what you're doing out there.
I'm sorry, on a 70-mile, when you're doing your 60 miles an hour and you're in the fast lane or even in the middle lane, you're not going to tell me that there is a gap of 3 plus articulated lorries between you and the car in front of you.
We are both agreeing. We both say there is a gap, Pete. And, OK, I know what's happening. You're going to get in the gap. We're going to create the gap again by dropping back.
No. I'm not going to say I'm going to get in the gap. I agree with the bit where, as you say, the person who jumps in the gap is right, but even on your video, the person on the outside lane is in the wrong because there's nothing on the inside lanes. He's travelling up that outside lane. There's nothing on the inside lane.
That is Russ's
point.
point.
That car moving?
Listen, if the guy in the outside lane is going 70, I don't care that there's nothing in the inside lane. 70 is the speed limit.
The law says you should use the inside lane if the inside lane is clear.
Yeah, but he's acting as a traffic calming.
You should know your interest. That means you can't do your middle lane, man.
Okay, Pete.
Because he's traveling 70 miles an hour.
We've got it. I mean, I don't hang in the fast lane, but I'm just thinking there's no argument that says that you're allowed to do more than 70 on a motorway. It's not allowed, unless you're kind of accelerating away from a bank robbery or something. Maggie in Suffolk, hello.
Hi.
Whew, that was a bit of a call there, wasn't it?
Well, I'm not happy with Pete at all.
Well,
because
I'm not behind him.
I won't go on the motorway anymore. I live in Suffolk now. I used to live in London. Yeah. Since I moved here, I've never experienced tailgating like it. Around these country lanes that bend round, you can't see what's coming. I take my dogs out, and I was putting them in the boot of my car.
Oh yeah.
And I will now not do that. I put them in the back seat attached with their seat belts because I'm petrified that these tailgaters will come into my car and hurt my dogs. They've made me ill. I've had to have counselling for driving anxiety due to people tailgating so badly.
So you're talking about country lanes and it's 4x4 drivers behind you or something, is it? Or tractors or what?
No, not tractors. It's loads of people. I've just never seen anything like it.
Are you going very slowly? This is because is the solution to this not to just stop looking in your rearview mirror? Because it doesn't matter what's going on back there.
Well, you could say that, but if you've got two dogs in the back, you don't want them crushed, do you?
Well,
I need to know someone's coming. What's round the bend? If I have to brake because something's round the bend and I've got a tailgater, they're going to be through the middle.
What would you do? Let's get Russ's advice here, because Russ is an experienced motorist. What would you do in Maggie's situation? You're in the country lanes, dogs in the boot, people are tailgating, you want to deter them. Brake check?
You could do that, or you could. I mean, I think what you said was don't look in the rear view mirror. I mean, it's such a simple solution. But, you know, I sympathise with Maggie. I live in a country area. And say you're coming out of a country lane turning left onto a B road, which is 30 miles an hour. And you can judge, can't you, when you can turn left and get onto the main B road. But somebody is exceeding the speed limit, and they come right up behind you, letting you know that you're not quite going fast enough for me, and that's breaking the speed limit.
Sometimes they flash.
I remember that cartoon by, is it Gary Larson who does The Far Side? And talking about rear view mirrors, there's that sign, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear, and all he can see in the mirror is an eyeball. Stephen in East Yorkshire, hi.
Hi.
Well, listen, how do we deal with tailgaters, Stephen? They've really upset Maggie for a start.
Yeah, well, it's one of my pet hates as well.
Would you consider doing a little, not a brake check, because that could be dangerous, but where you pull the handbrake up halfway, the brake lights come on?
Absolutely not. It's tantamount to dangerous driving as well.
Is it?
Yes, I do think so.
What do you do then?
What I tend to do is if the person persists for a long time, I tend to ease off. Yeah. And then speed up and then ease off. And then
that's legal.
Soon get a right indicator on and go past me.
Yeah. No, do you know what? And I think if you cycle in a city, we're told now don't cycle next to parked cars because someone can open a door and it's shocking. You're told cycle out in the middle of the lane. Believe me, drivers go potty, and you just get used to having an angry person behind you. That's the state of the roads now. Thank you, Stephen. Maggie, I hope you get better. Get your anxiety behind you. Later, it's the papers and everything else. Find out why Donald Trump has threatened to deport Elon Musk. After the break, and also Carol Vorderman coming in. After the break, we're asking whether becoming a dad at 60 is just too old. 0207 862 2222. We'll see you.